Hey everyone, we are going to have a mellow movement practice today. So we'll build up a little heat, but it's going to mostly be kind of a mellow recovery kind of practice. But we will build up some heat, and I have a little helper again today, Miss Maggie May. So we are going to go ahead and get started on our backs. Let's stretch the feet to the top of the mat, lie down, bring arms up above your head, stretch in opposite directions. Go ahead and point and flex out the feet. Point and flex. See if you can get your shoulders down to the mat. And then just completely relax. Bring your arms down by your sides. If you want to hold onto the sides of the mat, you can really pull the scapula down on the backside body. And then tuck your chin to your chest and then let everything completely relax. Breathe. Close down the eyes. And just notice how you feel here as you land. And then if any shape ever bothers your back or your knees or hips, just find a different place for your legs or your arms. This is supposed to be a very relaxing, supported shape, so you're not holding anything in place. You're completely relaxed. Just soften into any point of contact that you have with your mat. And let's go ahead and exhale the lungs wherever you're at in your breath cycle. Inhale through the nose, filling up the lungs. Pause at the top, hold. Maybe sip in just a little bit more. Open your mouth, move it through. Another big inhale fills you up. Feel the lungs surrounding your heart, expanding into the rib cage like balloons. Sip in one more at the top. Open your mouth, move it through. Let's stretch the arms back up above the head. Stretch in opposite directions. And then pull your knees in towards your chest. Lift up if you need to. Give yourself a nice big hug. Clasp opposite elbows if that's there for you. And go ahead and lift the back of the head and the neck. Rest down to your mat. Pull your hips down towards the mat. Pull your shoulders down. Pull your chin down. If you cannot get the elbows, that's okay. Go ahead and go for the forearms or the wrists. Just be very gentle. Try to get something in your hands besides your hands or your knees. Go for the wrist or the forearm. So you really get a nice tight squeeze. Stretch the legs out, arms over the top of the head. Stretch in opposite directions. And then pull the knees back into the chest. One more big hug. Clasp opposite elbows. Whatever elbow you had, go the other way. Let's work those right, left side hemispheres of our brain this morning. The male and the female. And then release your arms or elbows, whatever you have. You're gonna take the right knee, cross over the left ankle. Pull your legs in towards the chest, thread your arm through that hole you've created. Hold on to the top of the left shin or right behind the thigh. So right beneath the knee or behind the thigh. And then just take your time, pull your shoulders down, keep your low back on the mat, press your right knee away towards the top of the mat, roll out your ankles. Roll in one direction, go the other. And then swap it out. The left knee crosses on top of the right. Hold the knee in. The right knee comes in. Thread that arm through. Reach up, hold on to the front of the shin or the back of the thigh. Really feeling that in the left outer thigh. Try to keep the low back down. Press the left knee away. Roll out the ankles. Just notice how you feel here. One more time either way. Swap it out. Right ankle on top of the left knee. Thread your right arm through that hole, that figure four shape, reclined pigeon. Roll out the ankles again. Give the feet a little love this morning or this evening, whatever time it is for you. And then swap it out one more time. Left ankle crosses over the right knee. Hold the right knee in towards you, and then thread the left arm through that hole. Pull your shoulders down, keep your low back engaged with the mat. Press the left knee away, and then let's point and flex this time. Point and flex out the feet. Shoulders down, chin down. And then release. Bring your feet right in front of the hips. Arms down by the sides. Let's squeeze the knees in towards each other. And then tuck, curl, lift, drive your hips up to the ceiling. Interlace your hands behind the body. Pull the scapula down the back body as you lift the hips up. So think of pulling your heels towards your shoulder blades and your knees towards the top of your mat. As you gently pull the knees in towards each other, look down the center line of view. Inhale, lift the hips up. As you exhale, slowly lower through the back body. Keep the feet exactly where they are. Let the knees drop to your right. So take the inside edge of your left foot, press the leg down. Inhale the knees back through center. Drive the hips up towards the ceiling. Keep the inner thighs pulling in towards each other. Heels towards your shoulder blades. Look down the center line of view. And exhale, one vertebrae at a time, slowly lower. Keeping the feet as they are, let the knees drop to the left. Maybe your head turns to the right on this one. And then inhale the knees back their center. Drive the hips up again. Hips lift. Squeeze the inner thighs in. Pull the heels towards the scapula, knees towards the top of your mat. Hips lift one higher. Exhale, lower them down. Let's lift the heels over the hips and point flex out the feet. And then lift the torso, lift the arms. Can you bring your toes to the middle of your palm? If not, don't worry about it. Just lifting up here, breathe. And then release down. Hold on to the back of the thighs, bend into the knees. We're just gonna roll up and down the spine, taking your time, massaging the low back and the kidneys. If you wanna bring your legs behind you for plow pose, halasana. It's early in the practice. That may not be there for you today. If you find it, hang out there. And then we'll all meet in a nice seat. Bring your feet hip width distance. Fingertips towards your heels, just behind the hips. We're gonna drive the hips up for a nice reverse tabletop. Hips lift. Pull your heart through. Glutes are strong. And just release down here. Nice job. Let's stretch both legs out. So we're gonna come into stack pose, Dandasana. Bring your hands right underneath your shoulders. Grow tall. Press the palms into the mat. Pull the toes back to the face. Big inhale. Exhale. Another big inhale. Exhale. Another big inhale. And then as you exhale, just fold forward. Pulling the belly button towards the thighs. And I want you to go ahead and pull your chin in towards your chest as much as you can. So make this very active in your back body. Feeling a stretch all the way from the back of the neck to the base of the skull. Those muscles that surround the occiput at the base of the skull, they carry a lot of tension and stress in us humans. So stretching those out is a good thing. And then come up, release. You're gonna just bring the legs wide for straddle stretch. Pull the toes towards the face. And then just lower down into your shape. Maybe you stay right up here, but I'd rather see you instead of like this. Let's lean forward and grow tall out of the waist, and then do what you can to come forward, okay? Maybe you come onto the elbows. Maybe you double stack the fists and rest that third eye center down. Getting some length in the legs, opening up the inner thighs. Just notice how you feel here. Inhale. And as you exhale, maybe you sink a little deeper into your shape. One more cycle of breath. And we'll go ahead and press back up. Bring the bottoms of your feet together. Maybe rock side to side. Let's just take that left arm off to the left, right arm up and over. Heel to stretch on the right side of the body. Maybe hang out in any little place that feels stuck. And then go the other way, right arm down, left arm up. The left hip can lift up. Just make it feel good. Again, just hanging out wherever you need to. Give your body what it needs. Let's walk the hands out. This is a big one for the inner thighs, the knees, the hips. Opening up all those joints. And change. Come back through center. Let's cross over the ankles. We'll come onto our hands and knees, coming into a nice tabletop position. Wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Take your hips side to side, right and left. Notice how you're feeling. And take some circles on your wrist. Just circling out the wrist here. A couple in one direction, a couple the other way. All right, we're gonna take a rolling cat-cow. So just kind of watch me here and then just join in when you're ready. So inhale, lift your head, heart, tailbone. As you exhale, just go to the left or the right. It doesn't matter. You're just gonna round to the back body as you make some circles. Come back into that cow. And then over to the left into your cat. So really exaggerating through the hips and the shoulders. And then swap it out. Go to your left. Inhale through center to your right. Make it feel good in the body. Little circular cat-cow. This morning or this evening, whatever it is for you, this mellow movement practice will certainly help you any time of the day. And then just come to meet me back in a neutral position. Wrists are under the shoulders, knees under the hips. All right, we're gonna take that right leg out, flex into the foot, nice little back bend, pull your collarbones through, heart through, right leg lifts. As you exhale, bring your right knee to your right elbow. We're gonna set it all the way to the outside of the right hand. Come onto the fingertips. And then pull your heart through, hips down and forward. Chin lifts. And then we'll tuck onto the left toes. We're gonna lift the left knee up and swivel that left back heel flat to the mat. Walk your hands out to the left top corner of your mat. So coming into kind of a warrior two legs, kind of a humble warrior situation, really getting into the right hip. Breathe, notice how you feel here. Just letting the head hang heavy, opening up the largest joint in your body, your right hip. Walk the hands back through center. Left toes face forward, drop your left knee down. We're gonna come on up, make sure your knee is over your ankle. I need to pull mine in a little. All right, we're gonna pull the left heel into the glute and bring it down. Left heel into your glute, bring it down, tap the big toe, and left heel into the glute, bring it down, tap the big toe. One more time, left heel into the glute, reach your right arm up, place your left hand down, reach around if it's there for you, hold on to the front of your foot or your ankle and twist and spin your heart open to the right. Opening up to the right. Very nice. Release that foot down. We're just gonna send the right leg all the way back, all the way up and out again. Breathe, wrists under your shoulders. Let's take the left arm out. I like to look at the floor somewhere for a nice focal point. Pull your right heel into your glute, reach around, hold onto the front of the ankle, and then kick into the hand, really lift up high. Flexing into the foot if you'd like. Press the floor away with the right hand, so we don't want to sink into that socket. Let's lift up out of the shoulder socket of the right side. Kick higher. Release the foot. Left arm back out, the way we came in. Drop the left hand, drop the right knee. Hips side to side, right to left. Breathe, notice how you feel. Same little mini warm-up sequence on the other side. Left leg out, lift it up, lift your head, lift your heart, lift your eye gaze, and then pull your left knee to your left elbow and step it all the way to the outside of the left hand. Bring your hips down and forward, and then lift up, look up. I'm on my fingertips, you don't have to be. Breathe. How you doing, Maggie? All right, tuck your toes. We're gonna lift the right knee, swivel your right back foot flat, and walk your hands to the right top corner of your mat. Let your head hang heavy. Breathe. Again, opening up this left hip. It's the largest ball and socket joint that you have in the body. It's the largest joint that you have in the body. You have two ball and socket joints, your hips and shoulders. And as we all know, hips can give us a lot of problems, so let's open them up. Let your head hang heavy, maybe close down your eyes. Walk hands back in towards body. Bring your right toes forward, drop your right knee down. All right, pull that left ankle under the left knee if it kind of slipped away. Pull your right heel to your right glute. Drop the big toe down, pull it in again. Big toe drops down, and then heel into glute. Big toe drops down to tap, heel into glute, hold. Plant your right hand, left arm maybe lifts up and twist to the space behind you, or reach around, hold on to the front of that ankle. If you get a Charlie horse, let it go and then come back to it. It might go away. Chin lifts, heart pulls through. Look up. And then release. Bring your left hand to the inside of your left foot. Kind of make room for this leg to come all the way back, up and out. Nice little back bend again. All right, wrist under the shoulders. Left hip down. Right arm out. Balance. Find some stability. Option to bend the heel into the glute, reach around with the right hand. So getting a good stretch into the front of the left thigh, the left hip flexor, the right shoulder is opening up here. Lift up out of the left shoulder socket, kick the heel up, chin lifts, heart lifts, lift it higher, release it, bring the right arm back out, find some stability, and then release everything down. Left knee next to right knee, take your hips right, left, right, left. Warm things up there. Tuck onto the toes. Send the hips up, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana, walk it out. Pedal up the feet, really exaggerated here. Notice how you're feeling. Yoga is supposed to make us feel so good. And even if you're dealing with an injury or limitation, which I am right now, unfortunately, you just listen to the body, okay? Things aren't going to be as easy, maybe on that side or for that body part, or maybe in a certain shape. But you just listen to your body. Let's ripple forward, plank pose. Wrist under the shoulders. Breathe, glutes strong. Inhale. As you exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. Bring your fingertips kind of in line with the shoulders. Untuck your toes. Keep your feet down. We're going to do baby cobra here. We're going to inhale, lift up, lift the hands. Lift your heart, lift your chin. Squeeze your shoulder blades together in the back body. Exhale, tap the third eye center to the mat. Inhale again. Lift up. Keep the tops of the feet on the mat. Lift higher. Tap the forehead to the mat as you exhale. Shoulders down. Elbows in. Inhale one last time. Lift up. Chin lifts. Heart pulls through. And exhale. Come on down. Tuck onto your toes. Send the hips back. Nice little child's pose. Hips back. Heart back. Toes tucked or not. Breathe. And then just send the knees up, hips back, downward facing. Walk it out. Breathe. And let's just take a little walk up to the top of our mat, maybe leaning one way, leaning the other. Belly, foot, and a hand, belly, foot, and a hand. Just get yourself to the top. Once you get to the top, try not to pop up. I see that a lot, people popping up. That might hurt your back. So let's just stay here. Take as much of a bend in your knees as you need. Clasp opposite elbows, sway it out. Breathe. Let your head hang heavy. Just draping over the legs. And release your hands. We'll come into a nice halfway lift with the hands just underneath the shins. Flatten your back. Exhale, fold, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Tighten up your tummy. Exhale, fold, move it through. Last one here, inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Take your time, root to rise. Inhale, arms sweep up. Let's take your right hand down the back, left hand to the right elbow. So it's great for the tricep. We're gonna peel the elbows back. I want you to squeeze your butt cheeks together and lift your chin. Big inhale, lift up out of the waist. As you exhale, bend over to your left. Feeling the stretch down the right side of the body. Inhale back to center, swap it out. Work that left hand down the back side between the shoulder blades. Right hand to the left elbow. Peel the elbows back, lift your chin. Big inhale stretches you up. As you exhale, bend over to your right. Feel the stretch down the left side body. Inhale back to center. Both arms lift up, palms touch, look up at your fingertips. And then as you exhale, fold. Inhale for a halfway lift, lengthen. Bend into your knees a little bit. Let's take those hands behind the back, interlace the fingers. Pull the heart through. Heels of the hands to touch if you can. Exhale, fold with a clasp of the hands. Breathe. Release the hands to the mat. Plant the hands. Step the feet back. Plank pose. Breathe. And then just send the hips up and back, downward facing. Walk it out. Inhale, lift your right toes high. We're going to do one main sequence here. Exhale, bend your knee, pull it through. We're going to set it to the outside of your right hand. Drop your left knee down. Pull your heart through, lift your chin. Hips down and forward. And then as you exhale, tuck under the toes, lift the knee, spin the left back foot flat, walk your hands off to the left top corner of your mat. Breathe. Let your head hang heavy. Walk hands in towards the body and walk your hands to the left, spinning your right foot flat to the top edge of the mat, parallel to the top edge of the mat. Hanging out here in a wide-legged forward fold. Kind of internally rotate the toes. Breathe. Bring your right hand to your left ankle. Left arm lifts up. Let's make a fist, roll it out. And then roll it out the other way. And then come on back, left hand to the outside of the right ankle or right calf, somewhere there, right arm lifts up, make a fist, roll out your wrist. Roll it the other way. And then release your hands. We're gonna walk over to the right, come back towards the top of your mat. Turn your right toes to face the top of the mat, turn your left toes to face the top of the mat. Bend into your right knee, take your time, come into a nice high crescent lunge. Let's take the right hip back and left hip forward. Interlace your fingers at the base of the skull. Pull your elbows back, maybe even take a little back bend here. Open up your heart. Peel the elbows back, chin lifts, heart pulls through. And then as you exhale, frame out that right foot. Try not to fall. Send the right leg back. Your vinyasa, or meet me in a downward facing. You can lower half. Shift forward onto the tops of the feet for an upward facing. Chin lifts, squeeze your shoulder blades together on the back body. Exhale, curl the toes over, send the hips back. Downward facing, walk it out. Breathe. Pedal out the feet. Notice how you feel. Inhale, sweep left toes high. Exhale, knee to your left elbow, step it to the outside of your left hand. Drop your right knee, hips down and forward. Pull your heart through, chin lifts. And then lift your right knee, spin your right back foot flat, walk your hands to the top right corner of your mat, hips down. Breathe. And then walk hands towards the center, off to the right side of your mat. Pull your left toes in, pigeon toe both feet. Breathe, just hang out here. Maybe double stack the fists, let the forehead rest down. Let's bring both hands out, take an inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold, move it through. Inhale, lift, lengthen, tighten up your tummy. Exhale, fold, let it go. Last one, big inhale, lifts you up, flatten your back. Exhale, fold. Option here always to hold onto the outside edges of the heels. Maybe bend the knees, but try to get the spine nice and flat. Straight spine. Release. We're going to walk hands back to the left. We're going to bring both toes to face the front of your mat. Both toes to face the front. Let's bend into this knee. You're going to lift up into a nice high crescent lunge. Hips down. Bring your right hip forward, left hip back. Bring your chest back. Interlace your fingers at the base of the skull. Peel the elbows back. Maybe you take a nice little back bend. Opening up your heart. Chin lifts. Heart pulls through. Sink lower. Lift. And release. Hands frame out that left foot. Send the left leg back. Inhale. As you exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. Bring your fingertips in line with the shoulders. Untuck the toes. We're going to inhale, lift up for a little baby cobra. Lift your hands, hover, float. Exhale, tap the forehead to the mat. Inhale, lift up. Chin lifts, heart pulls through. Lift your hands. Exhale, release. One more. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, release. All right, we're going to send the hips up and back. Take your knees wide to the edges of your mat. Big toes together. Send the hips back to the heels. And pull your heart down to the mat. Just sink into the shape. Notice how the knees feel. Notice how the hips feel. Breathe. Inhale. As you exhale, walk the hands to the left side of the mat. Right hand places all in the back of the left hand. Let your forehead shift back down. Right shoulder shifts down. Feel the stretch through the right side body. Notice how you're feeling here. And then inhale, walk hands back through center. Exhale, hands off to the right. Left hand places on top of right. Lift the forehead, shift down. Left shoulder shifts down. Feel the stretch all the way down the left side of your body. On an in-breath, walk hands back through center. Stretch the fingertips towards the top of the mat. And then exhale, walk hands back towards the body. Bring the knees in towards each other. Bring your hands to your knees or shins, or knees or thighs. Let's pull your heart through, lift your chin. As you exhale, round through the back body, pull the scapula apart, chin to chest, navel to spine. Again, one more time. Inhale, chin lifts, heart pulls through. And then exhale, round. Pull in your knees a little bit, really feel that stretch in the back. And then as you're ready, cross over the ankles. Find a nice seat. Stretch the legs out. Come back to the middle of your mat if you're off of it like me. Let's shake out those legs. Let's come back to staff pose. Pull the toes back towards the face. Palms underneath the shoulders. Just lift up out of the waist. Grow tall. Flexing your 10 toes back towards the face. Breathe. And then forward fold, lean over the legs. Again, pull your chin really active in towards the chest. And come back up, meet me in a seat. We're gonna end our practice with a little breath work meditation. You can land wherever you land if you'd like to be in a Shavasana or in a child's pose. Just listen to your body or meet me in a seat. You can do this however you like. So just come to face me as comfortable as you can, or be in your child's pose or Shavasana. Hands on the knees or in the lap. And I want you to try to grow tall out of the waist. We don't want to slouch here. We do want to grow tall, but try to get the shoulders over your hips. Breathe. And let's go ahead and close down the eyes. We're gonna do some box breathing. So exhale your lungs wherever you're at in your breath cycle. You take in and inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Inhale through your nose for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause at the top. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale through your nose. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause and hold at the bottom. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In breath through your nose. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause at the top. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale through the nose. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause and hold at the bottom. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In breath through your nose. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause and hold at the top. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale through your nose. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause and hold at the bottom. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause at the top. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale through the nose. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause at the bottom. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more round. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause at the top. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale through your nose. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause and hold at the bottom. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. Take a big inhale in through your nose. Open your mouth, move it through. Just allow your breathing to come back to even inhales, even exhales, letting that practice go. Just a reminder that wherever the breath goes, the mind will follow, and then the body follows. You literally can control so many, if not every system in your body, especially the circulatory, the respiratory, but you can control your digestive system, just every system in the body, the fight or flight response systems, calming our nervous system, so important in today's world. Relax the muscles in your face, your forehead, that place where the eyelids meet. Relax your jaw. And bring your hands to heart center, thumbs towards your sternum. Bring your hands right between the brows, the third eye center, thumbs right, placing in that seat of intuition. Inhale. As you exhale, you can bow down. I want to thank you all so much for sweating, moving, breathing with me. And I hope to see you soon on your mats. Namaste. Great practice. Thank you so much.